Today, I am going to walk you through a Notion CRM that handles everything. This system tracks all of your leads at one place and reminds you for the follow ups, and it tracks all of your conversations logged in one page for each of your lead along with their client details and the task, everything in just one place. This system, let me show you how this entire system works. So the first section is lead tracking. This is where I track and manage all my leads. So whenever there is a new entry, I simply click on a new page and add the new lead entry, the name. Okay, so this is where I can track all the major lead information. For example, the lead status, the link, profile link, the lead category, that whether it's inbound, outbound, or referral, and the channel where it came from, let's say Instagram, the estimated deal size, and the services they are opting for. And after this major information, every time you open a new page, you will see that every lead has its own dedicated page. As you can see right here. So inside the page, you can track everything related to that lead. So you can track the objections, the pain points, the conversation, the client details, the task, anything else that you just don't want to remember and you want to add it into a page, you can directly add all the information details right here. So instead of searching information through the chat, Slack, emails, notes, and just random places, you get one page for every lead to store the information you need to. So the next part is the follow-up system. You can directly mark here the last follow-up date and you can make the entry of the next follow-up date. So when the date of the follow-up arrives, you get a notification as a reminder. And the best part of the system is that all of the follow-up which are required to be done today, those are organized separately and it's done automatically. For example, it's June 17 today. When I open the CRM, so I can see is what I need to pay attention to today. These are the follow-ups I need to do today. Now the next part is lead qualification. You will click on this view details right below the name. So here we got the band scoring system. This is how it helps. Instead of paying attention across all the leads, whether they are qualified or not, you can use the band scoring system to prioritize the leads which are the important and the right fit to you. So this band, so band stands for budget, authority, need, timeline. For example, I would give a the score out of 5 for each of these metrics. Like let's say this is Johan. What's the budget score of them? I would say it's 4 out of 5. Authority, whether we are talking to the right person or not. For example, your target, your customers are the founders and CEOs, but you are talking to the manager. So if you are talking to a manager, the 30 lead can be 3, but if you are talking to the right person, let's say CEO, then we would mark it as 530 story. So for the need score part, it comes to the how important it is to them, how pressing their needs are based on your offerings. So let's say I mark it as 4. The timeline, so whether they need your solutions today or later on. I'm just giving it a random example, 3 out of 5. Pain score, how pressing their pain points today are based on the solutions we are offering, giving it 3. And fit score, the right fit based on like whether all of these things, what's the right fit out of 5, what your instinct say and what all of this data says. Let's say I mark it as 4. So after all these individual entries, you can see that it has given me an automatic total lead score that is 23 and the lead category is warm. So when it says that the lead category is warm, that means it is the priority 2 for me. So you can use the band scoring system to see which leads are hot, warm, and cold. So then you can prioritize the leads accordingly. So now for the next part is I would close the panel. so that I can see it whenever I need it. Now this CRM includes different views. For example, you can see the leads, all of the leads in just one table as it's showcased here with all the major information at one with all of the major information at one glance. And let's say you want to see leads according to the channels, that you might have multiple lead channels. It can be email, LinkedIn, newsletter, X, YouTube. So whatever entries you are making and selecting the channel, all of these leads are automatically organized here. For example, right now I might see that okay, I have reached out to 100 people on LinkedIn. Now I want to see only 100 people below LinkedIn. I will come here and see it. Okay. And now let's say you got a new channel that's not here yet. So what you will do for that is you will just type the channel and mark enter, and then you will see the new channel here. Just select that channel while entering the lead information, then all of the leads will be present right below the selected channel. And the next part is here you can see leads according to the category that we get through the band scoring. You can separately see the hot, warm, and cold leads here. And the next part is you can directly see the leads which have the follow up due today. And the next view is tracking leads according to their status with all of the major information. You can see at a glance the channel, the services, the pricing, the category. So you can track the leads according to the status right here. Now it makes very easier to find the information you need instead of manually filtering out the things. So now let me showcase you my favorite part of the system, that is the focus place. So I created this one because for me the important leads were always getting lost in the huge chunk of data in the CRM. So there were leads who were asking for a resource, who asked a question, who booked a call, but this used to get overlooked inside the entire data. So here's what I did next. So then I created a separate area where I can see the only active leads which are moving, not the entire data. So here's how it works. Based on the status I update in the CRM, let's say I say that Alex is in progress, then you can see Alex is visible here as well. So it showcases me in progress leads that which I am communicating to. Okay, so this is how I see the leads here, which are like which I booked the call, which I am communicating to, who are asking questions to me, and the leads we have booked calls with, the leads we have sent the proposal. For example, now I might update for Rahul as proposal sent. So you can see. So this is how whenever my day begins, I firstly check out the focus place, the leads which are active, who I am going to get engaged with. So this is the main operating part. Similarly, I can see here the only hot leads. These are the leads which are highly qualified based on our band scoring system. So this system helps me prioritize better and spend more time with the active leads. And now the next section is the task system. So inside each leads page, you will see that there is a task assignment place. Okay, so with all the details, the task name, the client, the due date with its reminder, and the status. So let's say you need to send a proposal, you have to do a follow up, schedule a call, share a resource, anything. So you can directly log in the task here associated with that specific lead. So when I click on a new page, it is automatically picking up the name Nancy because this is where we are present right now. So just let me delete one extra entry, and now I can mark here that follow up, and let's and then I'll schedule the call. I'll set the due date, and I'm marking it as done. So now, as soon as I may update any task in a specific lead page, the same task entry also shows up in the main task database. So, for example, here you can see I just assigned a task for Nancy to do a follow up June 19. It is showing up here. So I have just marked a status done inside the Nancy page. You can see that same thing is visible here in the done part. So you will see here the tasks which are pending ones. Now let's see. Pick up any other client example. Let's say I'm going on a new page and I'm assigning a task. Let's say to Max. Okay, share the resource, share the source, whatever it is, and then I'm setting up the due date and I'm marking the status. So whatever changes I am making in the main database of your task, the same thing also shows up in the respective lead page as well. So you can see Max, I have just set a task of share the resource in the main database. That's also visible here as well in the respective client page. So both the places, the main task database and the task inside the respective lead, both are interconnected. You can make changes anywhere freely. The next thing is the client details. So you will see that inside each lead page we got the client details page as well. So this is where you can directly log in the details which you get during the process, the company name, date, contact information, the lead details. Okay, so now I am showcasing you the functioning of it. I'm entering the page. Yes, so you can see here for Johan, I'll click on a new page. So for Johan I can make the entries like Johan consulting.com, and I will just add a start date here. You can mark the rest of the information here as well. Okay, so I'm just marking a very dummy example right here. So right now the functioning of client details is the same as the task system. So whatever details I add in the respective client page, the same details also show up in the main client detail database. For example, now I'm moving on to client details. So I have just marked the entries for Johan in his client lead page. You can see the same thing is also visible here right now. So whether you are making changes in the client database, those same changes will reflect in the specific lead page. And whether you are updating client details in the specific lead page, the same changes will appear in the client details as well. So this is how you can make the changes in the place wherever it's convenient for you to do. And the next part is that if I come out to the CRM dashboard, you can see that here, besides the lead tracker, client details, task, we got the contact page as well. So this is where you can directly log in the details of people, network, and connections in your network. So you can directly add in the details, the person, the profile, the company, the contact information, the status. So this is how you can organize your business network and get access to the person very easily based on your needs. And now the next section is the proposal system. So you can directly create a proposal here from the CRM. Let me showcase you one example here. So let's say a deal is closed, and now the next step is to create the proposal. I'll mark it as one. So the deal is closed, and the next part is to create a proposal. So you can see here I have the proposal option. I can directly mark an entry from here. So here we have the lead name is Rahul. I'll give it a name as Rahul proposal. Okay, so now this is, I would mark it as new Rahul proposal. So it's done. So now I'll move on to the proposal section, client details, and here we have the proposal tracker. You can see I have just created the Rahul proposal in the CRM, which is visible right here. And you can see the major information, the deal value, the services, the client name, the proposal is already transferred from the CRM to this proposal tracker as soon as I created an entry over there. So inside this proposal part, you will get a proposal template. Okay, so now you can customize the entire proposal based on the client and the deal, and then directly you can send it across to them. So to share it with them, you will share, and you can update it, like the you can update the sharing access. Anyone on the web link can view or edit. You can make the changes according to your needs. So yes, now, so this is how it saves a lot of time for you. Also, the multiple things stay connected. So here's one more example to showcase you for the proposal part. Now you can see we have just one entry right here. I'll go to the CRM dashboard, and I'll go to the call like Nancy. So I would say that okay, this deal is one. Okay, update it as the one deal, and I make sure that the entire information here, the deal size, the service. Let's say you have another service, so you can directly, let's say the deal is Instagram marketing. Okay, now market enter, and you got it. So now this deal is fun. Now I need to send the proposal. What I'll do is I'll go here and I'll mark as Nancy proposal, and now I'll click here. Okay, so we got the Nancy proposal here. Now I'll move on to the her proposal area that's present inside the client details, the proposal. Yeah, here we have all the major information automatically moved here, and I can select the date sent, that whenever I'm sharing it with the client, update it, and then you are good to go. The last section of the CRM, that is these quick buttons. So the intention behind having this quick button is that you can make the entries faster and better when there is huge data present inside your CRM. So you can directly click, let's say you have a new lead to add on. Click on this button and open the page. Here you can see, open the page. Then okay, I'll mark a new entry here. I'll give it a name, let's say button test. Okay, simple. And I'll mark the entry that we are contacted to this. Lead category is outbound, potential is high, the channel is LinkedIn. Okay, and the services are for which they need website design. Okay, so that's it. Now let's go back to the CRM. Inside the CRM, you will see that we have just added this button test in under the right below the contacted, and it has got the entire information that we just marked through the button. Okay, so this is the same functioning of the task and client details button. To add a new task, I can directly click here, open the page, and I'll give it a test as share the deck, and the client name I'll just pick it up randomly, that, let's say button test. Okay, mark it as a due date, and now let's go back to our CRM. So you can see we got a task. So this is the same functioning of the client detail button as well. So that's the complete CRM. The goal behind this system is very simple: to keep the entire lead information, conversations, follow ups, task details, client details, and proposals in just one place. So that way you spend less time managing the things and more time on working on the sales and closing the deals. I hope this walkthrough was helpful to, and if you'd like to explore the exact CRM system, the link to this system is attached in the description below. And now, if you are looking to streamline your backend systems, using custom Notion systems and streamline all the moving agency parts into one interconnected workspace, you can reach out to me via email or LinkedIn. And yeah, see you in the next video.